All right, folks, gloves on, because tonight we are diving deep into Beterbiev versus Bivol.
This is for all the marbles, huh? Undisputed light heavyweight title.
That's right, undisputed.
Doesn't get much bigger.
And you know what that means, right? One champion.
One belt.
To rule them all.
The top of the mountain in this weight class.
This is the kind of fight, that cements legacies.
No doubt about it.
And that's why this matchup, Beterbiev, Bivol, this is huge GE. And to make it even more interesting, we're not talking Vegas, we're not talking Madison Square Garden.
Right.
We're going to Saudi Arabia for this one.
Which tells you a lot about where boxing is going these days, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you think back just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Big fights. They were in Vegas, Atlantic City, maybe New York. But now, Saudi Arabia, they're throwing around some serious cash.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about these massive paydays, the kind of money that traditional venues, they can't compete.
It's game changer.
It really is. And, it makes you think back to that Joshua Ruiz fight in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that was a real turning point. You know what I mean?
Okay, open the floodgates.
It did. It showed that these, what do you call them, these non-traditional locations, they can host these huge events. And I think Beterbiev, Bivol, it's part of that same trend, Boxing's going global.
It's a global sport now more than ever. And, this fight we're talking about, it's got even more intrigue because we got to talk about Beterbiev and that knee.
Oh, man, that surgery?
Ruptured meniscus.
Yeah, ruptured meniscus, had to have surgery. And even with rehab, that's a tough injury to come back from.
Especially for a boxer, you know? That's your base, your movement, your power. It all comes from those legs.
Exactly. And Beterbiev, this is a guy known for his power, his pressure. He doesn't stop coming forward.
Relentless.
So if that knee isn't 100%, it could be a whole different ballgame.
No doubt. And you look at Bivol, this is a guy, he's a technician, great footwork, picks his shots. If Beterbiev's even a little bit off, Bivol can absolutely capitalize on that.
Okay, so we've got the location, we've got this injury hanging over the fight. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a step back, talk about the fighters themselves a little bit.
Right, so Beterbiev, this guy, he is a destroyer,
Oh.
The only losses on his record, they came in the amateurs. Since he went pro, it's been nothing but knockouts.
Yeah, we're talking 19 fights, 19 knockouts. They don't call you the beast for nothing.
Exactly. This guy's a force of nature. And then on the other side, you've got Bivol, and he's a whole different animal.
Total contrast in styles.
Right. Bivol, he's all about control. He's going to want to control the pace, control the distance, pick Beterbiev apart from the outside. Don't forget, this is a guy who beat Canelo.
That was a masterclass, man. Outboxed him, outmaneuvered him.
Exactly. So he's got the skills, he's got the ring IQ, and that's what makes this fight so fascinating. You've got the knockout artist, Beterbiev.
Brute force versus
the finesse, the technical boxer in Bivol. And with the knee injury, it just adds another layer of intrigue,
Absolutely. It's like, does Beterbiev try to end it early? Does he take more risks because he's not sure how long that knee is going to hold up?
Or does he try to fight more cautiously, try to protect that knee, go the distance? We just don't know.
And that's what makes boxing so great. But I think this fight, it's bigger than just these two guys. You know what I mean? It says a lot about where the sport is going as a whole.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we were saying before, Saudi Arabia getting involved like this, it's shaking things up. It's creating opportunities for fighters, bigger paydays.
More exposure, too. These fights are being seen all over the world.
And it's forcing the boxing establishment to adapt. They can't just rely on the same old venues, the same old promoters.
It's like we're entering a new era of boxing.
I think we are. And Beterbiev, Bivol, this is a big part of that story.
It's a clash of styles, a battle of wills, and it's a glimpse into the future of boxing. I can't wait to see how this one unfolds.
Me neither. Buckle up.
That's it for this deep dive, folks. We'll be back soon to break down another big story in the world of combat sports.